Oh, that was the entrance of the game. Are you kidding me, Chester? Chester, you're here. Of course. I've been kept well appraised of your actions. Seems you have all 4 statues now. Are you kidding me? So, as I said before, I think you'd best give them to me. Chester, there's just one thing I need to know. What are you planning to do with these statues? A mere knight does not question the motivations of Count McGuire. Though I cannot entirely plead ignorance, as I've heard some rumblings on the nature of his glorious plan. That's not what I asked you. I want to know what you plan to do with them. Dots. How long have you known? I knew from the very beginning. I didn't believe for a second that you felt such contempt toward Elena. That's just not you. And I really couldn't see you serving someone as obviously corrupt as Maguire. Not willingly anyway, so I figure you've got to have something else up your sleeve. Your oafish exterior belies your perceptive nature. It always has. Out with it, Chester. What are you really up to? Very well. I suppose this is as good a time as any. What I seek is revenge. Revenge? You were born in Felghana, so undoubtedly you're familiar with Genos Island, no? I've never told you this before, but that is the land where my sister and I were born. What? Wait a second. And McGuire's men just came and killed everyone and blamed it on an illness, I guess. That's what I guessed from the beginning, at least. I always heard that Genos Island was wiped out by some kind of plague or something. Indeed, we speak of the same place. However, it was not plague, but monsters that brought about the island's ruin. Oh, monsters! Monsters! Yes, monsters with the appearance of human skeletons, clad in armor. They appeared out of nowhere and simply started massacring all the villagers. Our warriors fought back, of course, but the creatures just wouldn't stay dead. We stood no chance. That is what happens when you do not have silver bells in your possession. In the end, Elena and I were the sole survivors of the attack. But why? Why would monsters suddenly just appear like that? It was no random occurrence, and therein lies the rub. McGuire was directly responsible for the massacre. He enlisted the services of a dark sorcerer for the task. My people were the descendants of Genos himself. We were charged with guarding the holy artifacts that had locked away the demon lord's power to prevent their misuse. I would assume McGuire simply considered us a threat to his ambitions. And that's how my sister and I were orphaned, and came to live with the mayor of Redmond. It's no surprise that Elena's memories of these events have been suppressed, given their extreme horrific nature. Then, you want revenge on McGuire, yes. He will be destroyed by the very power he so desperately seeks. And he won't be the only one. I intend to see to it that every living creature in Valestein Castle burns in hell. Perhaps then, the wounded, defiled souls of my ancestral people can finally know true justice. At long last, after all these years, their anger and hatred will be appeased, and eliminating the parasitic slime who sits on the Valestein throne will benefit the entirety of Felghana as well. Now then, why don't you hand over the statues so this can all fall into place? But, to be honest, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to react to all of this. I can't pretend to know how you feel, but just hear me out on one thing. let's just say that your plan succeeds and you get your revenge. What then? Do you think it'll make Elena happy? Hell, will it really even make you happy? Just. Sure, Maguire might be a horrible man, and he may even deserve what you're planning for him. But imagine how Elena would feel, knowing the depths you'd sunk to in the name of vengeance. Do you think she'd be proud of what you accomplished? Oh, look at that look on his face. If you just step back and think about it, I know you'll find some other, less drastic way to deal with Maguire. If I explained everything to the townsfolk, they'd understand, and I bet they'd do what they could to help too. If everyone banded together, we could drive Maguire out of Felghana for good. Send him into exile. You don't have to disgrace yourself over scum like him. So come on. Please, Chester. You have to put a stop to this, before it's too late. Come back to town with us. We can all sit down and have a good time. Maybe enjoy one of Elena's home-cooked meals. Look how far I come, though. Do you honestly believe I can go back now, after all this? No. There's no turning back for me. Whoa, he stabbed Doggy. I doubt that will have much of an effect. Ugh. Chester, you stupid son of a bitch. Oh, did Doggy die? I really doubt it. The blood is spilling out. There is still time to save him. If you want him to live, give me the statues now. Adol gave the statues to Chester. Oh, just like that. Excellent. Now I can use the power of these statues to hurtle all of Valstein Castle into the darkest depths of hell. I hardly need to say it at this point, but you may wish to reconsider trying to stop me. Unless, of course, you want to end up like him. And he didn't heal the dog. So now what are you going to do, Adol? You wasted the statues. I can't believe Chester attacked Doggy. This is all my fault, actually. 12 years ago, I served as a Valstein knight. I was there on Genos Island that day. All the knights were. Our task was to provide backup for Maguire's sorcerer. In other words, we were to man the sidelines and terminate any villagers who tried to escape. And we did just that. But then I met the Stoddart children, and despite my sworn oath to Maguire, I couldn't bring myself to harm them. I hid them instead, and snuck them away from the carnage. But I knew I couldn't raise them, so I left them with the mayor, and shamefully ran away from the godforsaken shack. No, ran away to this godforsaken shack. I spent my days slowly unraveling Maguire's plans, and researching the old tales of Genos and Galbalan. Chester never knew of my knighthood, but he was well aware that I'd saved his life, so he and Doggy would often visit. As such, while secretly investigating Maguire, I also took it upon myself to train the two of them in the art of war. Doggy's departure aside, things continued in this manner until just last year. Around the time monsters started appearing all across Felghana, Chester came to see me in quite a panic. The monsters had brought his memories of Genos Island to the surface, and he had no idea how to cope. I told him everything, every single thing I knew about his past, and about my role within it. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I suppose I was looking for some manner of catharsis, but all it did was exacerbate Chester's desire for revenge. To be perfectly honest, I haven't the slightest idea what Chester intends to do with the statues. But if he's willing to stab an old friend to get them, then I doubt there's much hope of talking him down. If we let him continue unchecked, the damage he inflicts won't be limited to Valstein Castle, but all of Felghana. And I had forgotten to turn the sound off on my phone. But now that's fixed. Adol, I must ask that you go back to town immediately and tell Mayor Edgar everything that's happened. You needn't worry, I'll take care of Doggy, and once he's back on his feet, I intend to pay the castle a visit. Oh. Okay, I'll just go back. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Oh, he has started already. What is wrong with you, Chester? Adol, we're in a bad way. We were attacked by soldiers from Wallenstein, and some of them made it inside. Hurry, you need to save the townspeople. Okay, so it wasn't Chester. It was McGuire. Oh! Hey, those doesn't look like soldiers. They move like monsters. Elena, I'm scared. It's okay, I'm here with you. Please do what you want with me, but let her go. Hi. Adol. What are you things doing here? Stop it! I'm almost dead already. Yeah. Okay, we killed 2 of them at least. Okay, 2 left. I missed. Yay! Got it. Barely. Thanks for saving me, Mr. Adol. You truly are a lifesaver. Thank you, Adol. But why? Why would the Valstein soldiers that attack us? Adol, what's wrong? You look even more flustered than we are. Adol reluctantly told her that her brother had stabbed Doggy in the Elder Mountains. My God! Why? Why would she ever do that? Are you two okay? Oh, it's the nun. Sister Nell, Papa, and Father Pierre, too. When we realized you weren't at the church, we panicked. Thank God you're alright. We wouldn't be if it weren't for Adol. I'm sorry, sister. I know you told us to seek shelter. Honestly, you'll be the death of us one of these days, Elena. Now, Sister Nell. She was clearly just trying to find Anya. We can hardly blame her for that. I still can't believe Micaiah's grown so brazen, though, as to send his soldiers to attack the town. I think it may be worse than that, actually. Did you get a good look at them as they attacked? Something about them seemed off. Disturbingly so. None of them spoke a single word, and their movements were like those of wooden dolls, dangling from strings. Now that you mention it, we're not safer. We should return to my house to further discuss the matter and propose a course of action. I'd like for you to come as well, Adol. Oh, of course.